Here we have the 1/4 scale Batman Begins Batman figure by Hot Toys. Now, I already owned the Entebbe version and the NECA version, both 1/4 scale figures. Both fantastic. I love them very, very much. I will be getting this one as well for reasons I'll go into in a moment. He does come with some good stuff. Now, that base, again, very tacky looking. I wish they went with more of a cave diorama base for Batman Begins. That's where it all starts for him when he goes down to that cave and confronts his fear. So just some, a nice cave base would have been pretty sweet. But yeah, you get some good stuff. Now, we'll talk about the free mouth plates. They are nice, and I wish that they gave you the option for interchangeable eyes. You'll see a picture coming up here where you see the different looks you can have, but he needs to have eyes looking to the left, to the right, forward, and up. And if my dreams came true, then also some kind of squinting look eyes, because his eyes are usually too wide open, especially for Batman Begins. Very brooding, intimidating look, and the swear to me moment hasn't really been captured here. Obviously they gave you that mouth on the left where you can kind of say it's the swear to me moment, but the eyes are too wide open for that, and the mouth position isn't right at all for the swear to me classic moment, which you really should have got on Hot Toys. That's something you could have pounced on and made everyone just think, okay, this is the definitive one. But there really isn't a truly aggressive looking mouth plate. I mean, there's no Entebbe did it with the kind of where your mouth is closed but the sides of your mouth are pulled down low, and it looks like you're really kind of like pissed off. And he just doesn't really have that here. This Bruce Wayne head does look very nice. I've got no real complaints with it. This picture here looks good. There's another picture of the Bruce Wayne head from a similar angle coming up where it kind of loses the likeness a little bit for me. Here's the First Night Out look. Now, obviously, when he first went out like this, the bat symbol wasn't on the chest, but that's okay, because in order to achieve that, we'd probably have to get two of these, or they'd have to rethink the whole suit and give us an interchangeable top half of the armor, which sounds like a headache to me, so we'll just accept that. The cape does look okay. Again, Hot Toys kind of dropped the ball on this one. Entebbe almost nailed it out of the park. It was a brilliant design where they kind of stitched it in a way where you could do this look and coming over the shoulders around his front, creating that classic Batman Begins, very moody, gothic kind of primal beast that he was in that film. Amazing. My favorite Batman from any Batman film, and my favorite Batman film full stop. But here's a shot of the full body. The gauntlets I think could be a bit glossier, but everything else seems okay. The proportions of the bat suit and Batman himself, Bruce Wayne, seem okay. He was bigger in Batman Begins than the other two movies. They even called him Fat Man on set the first few months of shooting, because he really did put on the weight for the role. Magnets attaching the cape to the torso, which is the same thing Entebbe did a few years back. However, the cape doesn't seem... Well, we'll come to that in a minute. There's a picture where we'll talk more about that, but here's another picture of Bruce Wayne. From the side, that looks pretty decent. I still think the Dark Knight version they did had an incredible Bruce Wayne head, and the Entebbe Batman Bruce Wayne head sculpt I think is probably my favourite out of all of them. My favourite Bruce Wayne head to date, full stop. The balaclava on the head now, is that going to have issues with dye staining the head sculpt? Who knows? I personally, with something this expensive, wouldn't be leaving him like that. A couple of pictures and take it off again. You can see here how the cape isn't going to come around his shoulders there. There's kind of like a pleating effect that they've started doing with a lot of capes these days, and they've done this to the Batman Begins cape as well. You can see it in a picture where he's meant to be landing by the bat signal coming up in a moment. But this picture here, there's the Elvis sneer, or the Rocky Balboa sneer, whatever you want to call it. People jumped on my ass when I said that, but tough shit. It does remind me of Elvis Presley. You can't tell me it doesn't, motherfucker. But no, just don't take me so seriously. We have to one take these things and say everything in one take, or at least that's how I do it. And if you say one little thing that you kind of look back on later on and think, maybe I shouldn't have said that. By the way, there's that Bruce Wayne picture that kind of threw the likeness off a little bit for me. But that's really nice full body shot there. The gauntlets look glossy again. Maybe it's just the lighting. But yeah, that's probably how I would rock him, so that you can see the full glory of the Batman Begins suit, which was really practical, and people say he had better protection in the Dark Knight with the new suit, but don't forget he got stabbed and shot in those two movies. He was bulletproof in Batman Begins, stab proof, anything but a straight shot at least, and they even set him on fire in Batman Begins and he lived to fight another day in that suit. So this suit was built to intimidate, to last, and to just this is just my favorite suit, man. Jet black. That's how you'd need to be in the real world. If you were going out at night and you didn't want to be seen unless you wanted to be seen, this is how you'd have to do it. Jet black with an even more black cape that when you wrap it around you. And remember, he sprayed the suit with like a black foam latex or something that cancelled out his heat signature. So in the Batman Begins suit, he was invisible to certain goggles and stuff that tactical teams wear. But you can see the pleated effect on his shoulders on the cape there. That's why it won't come around in front of him. Because they've designed it like that, which I don't like. So custom cape time again. Time to call on Unreal Toys or Jackson XU. Coming to the end of the video now. So I'll get it. Obviously, Batman Begins, my favorite film. And I love the suit. So I would definitely have to get this in my collection. It would just bug me too much otherwise if I didn't. But you can see the texture of the cape there, which is not at all how it was in the film. It's not a velvet cape in the actual movie. They did try velvet at first, but it got too wet when the rain scenes were happening and the cape would get very heavy. So instead they used the thinnest kind of parachute silk, and then they injected hairs into it to give it a flocked kind of velvet look. So the cape should look velvet. You know, to us making our custom capes and stuff, what you're looking for with Batman Begins is very much a kind of velvet black cape look. And that's not what they've gone for here. They really need to take a bit more time and put a bit more love into their capes. But this does look fantastic. I will be getting it. What are your thoughts? And how do you feel about Batman Begins? Any Batman Begins lovers out there? Personally, it's my favorite of the trilogy. Obviously, Dark Knight is fantastic. Heath Ledger, absolutely amazing. But yeah, Batman Begins. What are your thoughts? Are you getting this? I'm getting it. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.